Hey Laura, it's Amy Martin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, we just wanted to say that we want to say yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
How exciting!
Yeah, we're really excited. We're pretty overwhelmed and just,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is overwhelming.
Yeah.
We have this quote by John Piper hanging next to our bed. It says, "Occasionally weep deeply over the life you hoped would be. Grieve the losses, then wash your face, trust God, and embrace the life you have." That quote has summed up the last 2 years of our lives.
About 2 years ago, I came to Josh and told him that I thought we should start the adoption process.
I was really hopeful that we would get pregnant again. I kept thinking that the Lord was going to bring us a kid through pregnancy, and that just kept not happening.
It's been hard to wait and to have a longing that is unfulfilled, and scripture says a hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life.
In March of 2015, I was in China, and I kept seeing little girls, and I kept praying and thinking, God, what are you saying to us? What are you trying to communicate? It felt like over and over again, God was saying, Josh, this is where your daughter is.
So when he came home from China, we were talking more about it, and he said, I think we should adopt a little girl from China. And I was like, yes, perfect. I'm glad you've heard something, because it was really overwhelming for me to try to think of where.
I think if you were to ask us our plans, we could have told you how many kids we wanted to have, how far apart we wanted those kids to be, what gender we wanted those kids to be. And I think the Lord took that, and over the last 5 years has shown us that his plan is better than ours. We learned that once again when we got the file for Yu Yan.
We waited 18 months for our agency to call, and when they did, I accidentally hung up on them.
So Amy called them back, and they offered us a file of a 1-year-old little girl named Yu Yan.
Since starting the process, I've looked at our agency's website at the kids, and I've just prayed for them to have a family, and looked in their faces wondering if one of them would be our daughter. And when we opened the file and we started looking at her photos and watching videos, I thought, this could be her. This could be our girl.
In the file that they sent to us, they told us Yu Yan's story, and they said she was abandoned and found by a villager, likely because of a condition called microtia, which is a malformation of the outer ear. So when we found this information out, we started calling doctors, and Amy reached out to some moms on Facebook.
Reaching out to those moms was the best thing, because they're just in it. They responded quickly. They called me, they emailed me, they were encouraging. They said, honestly, the condition is not the biggest part that they dealt with in coming home. Attachment and bonding and dealing with just the emotional loss, that is the biggest part.
I think what sealed it for me was in one of the photos, Yu Yan was outside, and she's got a runny nose. But something in me, like a fatherly instinct, thought, she's cold. And that's my daughter, and she's cold. And our house is warm, so we should bring her to our house. There's snow outside in Pullman, but we should bring her to our house.
When Harper turned 2 last year, I just remember weeping and grieving the loss that we wouldn't get to have that time with our next girl. And so in looking back at all that God has done, we see his faithfulness to answer our first prayer when we started adoption, was that our daughter would be as young as possible and as healthy as possible, so that we could have the greatest amount of time with her and not miss out on her life.
Adoption is costly. It's emotionally costly, relationally costly, spiritually costly, financially costly. So we need your help. In the Old Testament, God is called a father to the fatherless. Jesus comes into the world and tells us to pray to God as our Father. And in the rest of the New Testament, Paul links adoption to the very act of salvation. So it is with great joy that we invite you into the process of adopting Lucy as a family and as a team to help us bring Lucy home.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you something, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to show you. Are you ready? I'm going to show you a picture of your sister from China. Do you want to see her? Look. That's her. We're gonna go get her from China. Look at all those pictures of her. She's in China. We gotta go get her.
Today.
Not today, in a little bit.
I want to. What's she at?
She's in China, and she's waiting for us to come and get her. There she is. What do you think?
What's she playing?
She's waiting for you to play with her.
Don't worry, sister. We're coming.
Don't worry, sister. We're coming for you, huh?
It's Lucy Joy.
It's Lucy Joy.
And she's my baby sister. We miss you, sister. We're going to pick her up soon. This is my sister, Lucy Joy. She's in China. No, she's too young to fit in my big bed.
Where's she gonna sleep, maybe?
She can sleep in my crib because I'm not a baby anymore. I need to pray for God to bring me a brother too.
Maybe, huh?
Yep, I need to pray for God to give me one.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep, I need to pray for God to bring me that too